Well, I had a fun game. Although, interestingly, I made a mental note to record it and don't remember why I thought it was fun. So, I usually only record the ones that are. So, I'm going to go ahead and record this now. Oh, yeah, I recall. Anyway, so my first hand was no good. I didn't mean to ramp through it so quickly, but I mulligan. I'm playing Edric, and he's playing who cares. Anyway, so the second hand looked solid, and so I decided to keep. The first hand had a first turn mana elf, but no second land, and I thought that was a bit fragile against these colors. So anyway, so I get down with Skull Clamp. Jite. It's a parade of broken equipment. And Archdruid. And then look at that. Oh, that's a nice draw. So I play Arbor, which, now I've got 4 forests in play. Raphellos, who's also an elf. And Imperious Perfect. He's 1 mana short from Wrath of God, so barring something like Infest, I'm good to go. Well, or maybe a Mana Crypt, something like that. He doesn't appear to have anything along those lines. And okay, so I don't know if you caught it, but he actually missed a land in order to, in order to discard Vengeful Pharaoh, which says that whenever combat damage is dealt to him or a planeswalker he controls, if this is in the graveyard, destroy the attacking creature and put this on top of his library. So, I suppose this was meant to deter me from attacking, and it does a bit here. So what I do is, but this is kind of funny. So first I make an elf, since it's it costs 0 mana net with the Elvish Archdruid in play. Then I tap Raphellos for whatever that is, 4 mana. Play Edric, who is also an elf, which allows me to tap my Archdruid for 5 more mana. So I can play Fire and Ice, Sword of Fire and Ice, equip my Arbor, and I can, now that it's equipped, clamp my Arbor, and GT my Arbor, and I smash with the angriest land you've ever seen, probably. A clamped, GT'd, sorted Dryad Arbor, who is about to trigger a lot of triggered abilities here. So smack, Edric trigger, Sword trigger, GT trigger, Pharaoh trigger, and we resolve. Resolve Pharaoh trigger, Skull Clamp trigger. So draw 2, put 2 counters on GT. Deal 2 to him, draw another card, draw a card off of Edric, and equip. I had to think, what do I want to equip? I've learned the hard lesson, don't Skull Clamp Edric. When he plays a sweeper, you're going to exile Edric, and then you don't draw a card off Skull Clamp. Skull Clamp being prefect. I really think it's kind of annoying that they go directly to the command zone. I think they should touch the graveyard and then vanish the way tokens do, so that they trigger stuff. If my opponent had a card that said exile, the black ley line, so that everything that went to my graveyard was exiled, it wouldn't matter. He'd attempt to touch the graveyard. He wouldn't. He'd get exiled, just as if I exiled in the first place. But the fact that the commander doesn't trigger things like Skull Clamp is kind of annoying. Anyway, just a little thought that I have. So anyway, I clamp up Imperious Perfect. Is it perfect? Yeah, I always think it's prefect. A prefect means a job, basically. Anyway, he draws a card, and then I guess he doesn't have a Wrath of God, so he totally gives up. And of course, the card he draws is that dumb creature again. But yeah, I thought that was pretty amusing. No point to that game other than to have a little bit of fun there. Here's a deck list, and hope you enjoyed that quick one. I'll see you next time.